Hello friend. Welcome to MovieMark. Today we have brought you some amazing science fiction web series on Netflix, which are masterpiece web series forever. Hope you will like them. So let's start today's video. Number 10. Altered Carbon. This series based on action drama science fiction genres, with 7.9 imdb rating. The series starts over 360 years in the future, with most episodes of the first season set in the year 2384 in a futuristic metropolis known as Bay City. In the future, a person's memories and consciousness are recorded onto a disc-shaped device called a cortical stack, which is implanted in the vertebrae at the back of the neck. These storage devices are of alien design and have been reverse-engineered and mass-produced but can only be made from the material on Harlan's world. Physical human or synthetic bodies are called sleeves, and stacks can be transferred to new bodies after death, but a person can still be killed if their stack is destroyed and there is no backup. Number 9. Away. This series based on drama romance science fiction genres, with 6.6 imdb rating. The first crewed mission to Mars prepares for launch. Its commander, Emma Green, faces tensions within her crew when a fire breaks out in their ship, Atlas, and she is deemed responsible for it. Emma's husband, Matt, who works with NASA's Mission Control, has a stroke and goes through surgery. Emma considers requesting to be removed from the mission, but is encouraged by both Matt and their daughter, Lex, to stay. The Atlas successfully departs from Mars from the staging base on the Moon. The mission encounters its first problem when one of 3 solar panels, critically needed for electrical power, fails to deploy fully. Emma and Misha do a spacewalk outside the ship in order to fix the jam. Number 8. October Faction. This series based on adventure drama fantasy genres, with 6.2 imdb rating. October Faction follows the story of a monster-hunting couple, Fred and Dolores Allen, and their twin teenage children, Jeff and Viv. Following the death of Fred's father Samuel, the family decides to go back to their hometown Barrington-on-Hudson, in New York, to arrange the funeral. Haunted with childhood memories of his brother's death and the incessant arguments with his parents over his inadequacy and his choice in women, Fred is repulsed by his childhood home. The children soon begin showing supernatural tendencies. During an impromptu seance, Viv has visions of a creature with long hair chained to the seafloor, struggling to free itself. Number 7. Lost in Space. This series based on adventure drama family genres, with 7.3 imdb rating. On October 16, 1997, the United States is gearing up to colonize space. The Jupiter 2, a futuristic saucer-shaped spacecraft, stands on its launch pad undergoing final preparations. Its mission is to take a single family on a 5.5-year journey to an Earth-like planet orbiting the star Alpha Centauri. The Robinson family consists of Professor John Robinson, his wife Maureen, and their 3 children, Judy, Penny and Will. The family is accompanied by U.S. Space Corps Major Donald West. The Robinsons and Major West are to be cryogenically frozen for the voyage, and they are set to be unfrozen when the spacecraft approaches its destination. Number 6. V-Wars. This series based on drama horror science fiction genres, with 6.0 imdb rating. V-Wars follows the story of the physician/scientist Dr. Luther Swan, and his best friend Michael Fane, as they face the evolving crisis of a deadly outbreak that fractures society into opposing factions, potentially escalating to a future war between humans and vampires. The outbreak is caused by an ancient biological infectious agent, a prion, that turns humans into vampires, released from ice by climate change. In the conflict, the vampire faction, called Blood, is opposed by the elements of the government, such as Calix Niklos, who plots with anti-Blood Senator Smythe. Number 5. Another Life. This series based on adventure drama mystery genres, with 5.3 imdb rating. An unidentified flying object shaped like a large Mobius strip lands on Earth and grows a crystalline tower above it. Eric Wallace, a scientist employed by the United States Interstellar Command, attempts to communicate with the alien structure. Meanwhile, Wallace's wife, veteran Captain Nico Breckenridge, takes the spaceship Salver and its young crew to determine the origin of the artifact and establish contact with the aliens who sent it. The The Salver is capable of faster-than-light travel, and carries most of its crew asleep in hibernation pods, to be awakened when needed. Number 4. The Umbrella Academy. This series based on action-adventure comedy genres, with 7.9 IMDb rating. On the same day in October 1989, 43 infants are inexplicably born to random, unconnected women who showed no signs of pregnancy the day before. 7 are adopted by Sir Reginald Hargreaves, a billionaire industrialist, who creates the Umbrella Academy and prepares his children to save the world. But not everything went according to plan. In their teenage years, the family fractured and the team disbanded. Now almost 30 years old, the 6 surviving members reunite upon the news of Hargreaves' passing. Luther, Diego, Allison, Klaus, Vanya and Number 5 work together to solve a mystery surrounding their father's death. But the estranged family once again begins to come apart due to their divergent personalities and abilities, not to mention the imminent threat of a global apocalypse. Number 3. Raising Dion. This series based on drama science fiction genres, with 7.1 IMDb rating. A widowed single mom discovers that her son has superpowers and tries to figure out how to raise him safely and responsibly. Raising Dion follows the story of a woman named Nicole who raises her son Dion after the death of her husband Mark. The normal dramas of raising a son as a single mom are amplified when Dion starts to manifest several magical, superhero-like abilities. Nicole must now keep her son's gift secret with the help of Mark's best friend Pat, and protect Dion from people out to exploit him while figuring out the origin of his abilities. Number 2. Black Mirror. This series based on drama mystery science fiction genres, with 8.8 IMDb rating. An anthology series exploring a twisted, high-tech multiverse where humanity's greatest innovations and darkest instincts collide. Charlie Brooker's Twisted Parable for the Twitter Age, a political thriller in which the fictional Prime Minister Michael Callow faces a huge and shocking dilemma when Princess Susanna, a much-loved member of the royal family, is kidnapped. In a sarcastic version of a future reality, everyone is confined to a life of strange physical drudgery. The only way to escape this life is to enter the Hot Shot talent show and pray you can impress the judges. 15 Million Merits is a satire on entertainment shows and our insatiable thirst for distraction. Number 1. Stranger Things. This series based on drama fantasy horror genres, with 8.7 IMDb rating. When a young boy disappears, his mother, a police chief and his friends must confront terrifying supernatural forces in order to get him back. On his way home from a friend's house, Young will see something terrifying. Nearby, a sinister secret lurks in the depths of a government lab. Lucas, Mike and Dustin try to talk to the girl they found in the woods. Hopper questions an anxious Joyce about an unsettling phone call. Increasingly concerned, Nancy searches for Barb and tries to find out what Jonathan has been up to. Joyce thinks Will is trying to talk to her, refusing to accept that Will is dead. Joyce tries to connect with him. The boys decide to give Eleven a makeover. Jonathan and Nancy form an unexpected alliance. So friends, I hope you liked the video. If you like it, please subscribe to the channel to get more videos like this.